Good morning, everybody. My name is Crystal, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Good morning, Saturday morning. I hope everybody has a great weekend. You know what my life is like, it's up and down like a yo-yo. This weekend I was supposed to be going up to London, but plans have been changed, so I'm at home, but I'm not cross and I'm not angry. Despite what went on last night, I'm not cross and angry. So Saturday morning, there's no sunshine at the moment. I'm sure there will be this afternoon. The sun isn't out yet, it's dull. It's not cold though, I don't feel cold this morning. Just made myself a cup of Nescafe coffee. Right. So, let's go through the Alexa doobie-doo, and then we'll go on to what last night was like, shall we? And for about 3 hours sleep, I don't look too bad on it, do I? Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. Today in 1877, the first ever Test cricket match was played between Australia and England at the MCG ground in Melbourne. Sadly, even after all this time, we're no closer to explaining the rules of cricket to the uninitiated.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:16 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Saturday the 15th of March.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
In Rochester, it's 2 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast calls for more of the same, with a high of 8 degrees and a low of 0 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
This week I've got some special guests telling jokes. Just say, tell me a comic relief joke.
Alexa, tell me a comic relief joke.
In support of comic relief, I've got some jokes from some of the UK's best loved celebs. Here's a joke from Danny Dyer.
Knock knock, who's there? Isabel. Isabel who? Isabel not working? I rang 4 times before I started knocking.
Might be time to knock off, Danny. Can I interest you in another joke?
Yes. Alexa.
Here's a...
Knock
Yes.
knock, who's there? Isabel. Isabel who? Isabel not working? I rang 4 times before I started knocking.
Okay.
Might be time to knock off, Danny. Can I interest you in another joke?
Yes, Alexa. Alexa, exit. Exit app. Right, sorry. Alexa plays up now and then. Alexa, who was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 15th of March include Andrew Jackson, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Sly Stone, Eva Longoria, and David Cronenberg.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke? Alexa.
This week I've got some special guests
We go
telling
again.
jokes. Just say, tell me a comic...
Okay, Alexa, tell me a comic relief joke.
In support of comic relief, I've got some jokes from some of the UK's best loved celebs. Here's a joke from Charlie Marlowe.
How do you annoy Lady Gaga? Poker face. That was rubbish.
Would you like
Alexa,
another joke?
Alexa, exit. I actually found that quite funny. I haven't heard that one before. Alexa, Good morning.
Good morning, and happy birthday to singer, rapper, and producer will.i.am, whose real name is William. Who'd have guessed?
Alexa, how old is will.i.am?
will.i.am is 50 years old.
My God, the Black Eyed Peas. He's 50 now. I remember that way back in 2006, 7 and 8. will.i.am is 50. Wow. Alexa, how old is Fergie out of the Black Eyed Peas?
Fergie is 49 years old.
Wow. Yeah, because we've got a royal called Fergie, haven't we? Sarah Ferguson, who was Princess Diana's best friend at one point. So, yeah, Fergie. But Fergie in the group, the Black Eyed Peas, she's 49. We're all getting older. So are the royals. So, good morning everybody, and welcome to a weekend where I'm stuck at home this weekend. Last weekend I went out to Chatham on the train. It was Sunday, went out on the train I believe, or the Sunday before that. This weekend I'm indoors. Yes, I remember yeah, that's right. 2 weeks ago, 2 Sundays ago. I didn't do anything last Sunday. The Sunday before that I went to Chatham on the train on a Sunday, and it was loud and noisy and busy. This weekend I'm staying at home. So 2 weekends ago he had his kids upstairs and I had a break from it because I went out to Chatham. I got a break from it. I went out, went to McDonald's at the the McDonald's near Diggerland in Strood, and the Hollywood Bowl, and I went to the Creams Cafe and had some ice cream. But it's Mother's Day soon. It's Mother's Day this month, so hopefully I'll go out near Mother's Day. That's been decided. So this weekend he's got his kids in upstairs and we've started to get trouble. Now I'm screenshotting the messages I'm getting, and I've got a worker coming to see me at some point, and she can lay eyes with the police who are not doing anything to find out who these people are that are harassing and stalking me. And it happens when he's upstairs with his kids twice as much as it does during the week. It's been quiet all week, no trouble at all with anybody. There hasn't been. There's been no trouble at all with anybody. And it started yesterday, before he brings his kids home for the weekend. And last night was terrible. It was bloody awful. And what kids are doing running around at 3:30 in the morning, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I was woken up at 3:30 in the morning. I didn't get to sleep till just after 12 because there was doors slamming and banging. I thought if I go to bed after 12, it'll be okay. I got woken up at 3:29 exactly. Kids running around on the ceiling. Banging doors, no respect for other people, slamming, banging doors early hours in the morning, running up and down the ceiling. Woke me up. I couldn't get back to sleep properly, but I'm not angry. I didn't get up, I didn't get cross, didn't bang the ceiling. I've got a worker coming out to see me and I'm screenshotting all the evidence. I don't know if someone can help me get a microphone because my phone doesn't pick it up. It's bloody awful. They haven't cracked my ceiling yet. There's no crack in the ceiling. They knocked one of my spotlight bulbs out. They knocked it out. It didn't work. Just banging and thumping around on the ceiling. I watched a TikTok video of a lady. My God, you could hear it was worse than this. You could hear the foreign lady speaking upstairs. You could hear it. Now my phone doesn't pick the noise up. This woman's phone was picking the noise up, and you could see the fucking ceiling moving, and she had a crack from one end to the ceiling to the other. They need to soundproof ceilings and floors. You know, what the fuck is going on? Her light was shaking as they were walking across the ceiling. And I thought, well, you know, I've got it bad. It's, you know, fancy having that. And all the comments underneath. Never ever accept a flat underneath a family with children. Don't do it. Sun's come out now, guys. The sun's come out. 29 minutes past 3 in the morning, right? Slamming doors, running across the ceiling. Not giving a fuck, caring the world, like, you know, run up and down the fucking ceiling. And I know it's being done on purpose because I had a message. I was asleep then. And thank fuck I got about 3 hours sleep last night. 3 hours. I had a message at 2:29 when this racket must have been going on while I was asleep. Whore are you? H-A-W, like kids have written it. H-A-W. Whore are you? Whore are you? I'm a middle-aged woman going through the menopause. I'm no whore, thank you. I go out in my fucking thick coat and trousers. And the language. If it is kids, the language. Whore are you? Screenshotted the message. Put the time down. Put the time the noise was going down upstairs that woke me up. And if it keeps going on, I'm going to have to get in touch with the police and the housing again. And this weed yesterday evening, on the field yesterday afternoon, I've catalogued and timed that. It's every time he brings his kids home at the weekend. I showed you that he's took bags out of his car right in front of my window. He can't park out there today. There's another car parked in front of the window, so he can't do that. My mum's not giving me any money. She's not helping me anymore. She's not asking me to go up there. And he keeps getting out of his car with bags of food. So last night I went outside for a walk in the dark on my own. I wasn't feeling particularly wonderful, but I did go all the way round the field. It was a full moon yesterday. Friday the 14th was a full moon when the werewolves are supposed to come out. I enjoyed the walk because the moon and the sky was beautiful. But I was not feeling in the best of moods, to be fair. No, because this shit has started again and I don't want this shit. Weed, to me, is a drug. It makes me feel sick and ill and I don't like it. there are children in this building as well, and there's women pushing babies and toddlers on that field as well as elderly, and it fucking annoys me. And yet you'll get community service officers going into that co-op getting their lunch, right? The health of this country is in a state. The crime is escalating. The cost of living is criminal. The government is enabling offenders to come out early and giving serious offenders less sentences. You know, like a year for something, and they've committed about 50 crimes and they're given a year when they should be in prison for longer to protect the public. I don't know what's going on at all. Now, don't get me wrong, I've changed my name to Crystal Jaguar because this is coming from America. A woman with lumps all over her face, bless her, she's got tumours all over her face, had her hair down like myself, and I respect that, and you know, I respect that. Never seen her before on TikTok, so I goes on to my TikTok. On my FYP is a woman with hair like mine with tumours all over her face called Mercedes, with tumours all over her face. I know there is prolific Mickey taking of myself. My skin is clean. I've got no spots. I wouldn't class myself as ugly. I wouldn't say I was beautiful either, but I certainly wouldn't say I was hideously ugly. I'm being followed around the field by men smoking drugs. I believe they're taking the piss out of me because I'm going outside in a coat when I used to go out in shorts and a t-shirt. And then I got approached by a man on a field who tried to try it on with me. So I don't go out like that anymore. So they are trying to make me feel ugly so that I go outside half undressed, and I'm not doing it. Also, when I came back from a walk with Max, I had an altercation with the neighbour to that side of me who was swearing at his dog. Now, he's got a very distinctive voice. It sounds West Country. It's got an accent to it. I was coming into my flat and there was two blokes walking down the path. As I was trying to gain access to my flat, they came past me and the one of them laughed just like the neighbour next door. And I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of that bloke. It just put the creeps up me, you know. And then I came into my flat and I started watching Sherlock Holmes. And to be honest, it wasn't too bad until I actually went to bed and my phone kept vibrating, and I have to keep the phone on in case something happens to a member of my family. So the phone starts vibrating. But I didn't hear the phone go off at 2:30. I was woken up at 3:30. My dad, Derek, died at 1:30 in the morning. He went up, got up off his bed, went to the loo, and he died on the floor of a sudden heart attack at 1:30 in the morning. I've told you my mum keeps ringing the phone. She rang the phone last night, and someone is desperate not to get caught and found out. So this is all being instigated against myself because I'm trying to speak the truth. And my father was a witness to me. Now he's gone. Well, he would have had to have admitted what he'd done to the police, wouldn't he? And now there's no evidence. The only person that knows is my mother. And she was the one that lived with my dad and gave him the keys and the cards and the means to do what he did. So it's not rocket science to see where it's coming from, is it? So she'll ring me up to tell me that she's going to have a nice sleep, and I was woken up at 3:30 in the morning. I have often wondered to myself, has she got something to do with this guy upstairs? She looks like him. She looks like this guy upstairs. Could that be a possibility why I'm getting all this trouble? A member of my family said to me, "You sure it's not your mother doing it?" And I went, "My mum? Why would my mum do that?" I know she said to me once, "Catch me if you can." And why would you say that? There is an uncanny resemblance to the guy living above me and the woman that's calling herself my mother. And there's no evidence that she is my mother. She can't show me a birth certificate to prove she's my mother. She can't show me a marriage certificate or anything. Anyway, guys, so considering I've just had under 3 hours sleep this evening, yesterday evening, I don't think I look too bad. And I'm not cross and I'm not angry, and I'm still noting things down and cataloguing it. And yeah, I am getting a worker, and that's not a lie, that's the truth. But I've got to spend an hour on the phone talking to her first, because she needs to know all the information about what's going on. I hope you all have a great weekend, guys. It's Mother's Day in 2 weeks' time? I should have a worker before then. See you later.